Okay, so Tyra Banks, right? She's like everywhere. Always has been.
Right. And she's one of those people, it's not just that you recognize her, it's that she's done so much.
Totally. And like reading up on her, it's kind of amazing. She's always been so driven. Like from day one, she wanted to be the one calling the shots.
Absolutely. That's what makes her so interesting to deep dive on. It's not just a highlight reel of, model does this, model does that. It's about someone who really took control and shaped an entire career, an entire image.
Okay, so let's rewind. Early 90s, Tyra gets, discovered in a mall. It's almost a cliche, right? But then, boom, she signed with Elite Model Management.
Yeah, you say cliche, but you have to remember the context. Back then, the modeling world, it was a totally different landscape. Much less diverse, beauty standards were incredibly rigid.
Right, and so for her to even get signed?
It was huge. Think about it. Her look, her curves, they challenged the very definition of what was considered model material. And for Elite, one of the top agencies, to sign her, it signaled a shift, a crack in that, untouchable facade.
And that takes us to what I think is maybe her biggest early win, the Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover.
Oh, absolutely. A defining moment, not just for Tyra, but for honestly, representation in media as a whole.
Because she was the first African-American woman to be featured solo on that cover, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can't overstate what that meant then. That issue, it wasn't just a magazine. It was an event. It held so much cultural weight in terms of defining what was considered the, peak of beauty.
So for Tyra to be there on that cover, looking like Tyra, it kind of broke the mold.
100%. It sent a message that those old, narrow definitions of beauty, they weren't going to fly anymore.
And what I find so cool is she could easily just ridden that wave.
Yeah.
I'm the Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. Mm-hmm. But no, she pivots to acting, gets into hosting, producing.
Always pushing forward, right. And that's where the Tyra Banks show comes in.
Oh, yeah, her talk show.
Which, could have easily been just another celebrity talk show. But she used that platform to talk about real stuff. Body image, race, relationships, all these things that back then weren't always given the time of day on mainstream TV.
And she wasn't afraid to be actually real about it all.
Yeah.
Which I think is why it resonated so well.
For sure. And it wasn't just taught, it's not like she was preaching from on high. She made herself vulnerable too, shared her own experiences, her struggles.
Right, which is, I think, even more powerful coming from someone in her position.
Exactly. She was using her celebrity not to shield herself, but to shed light on things people usually keep hidden.
And then, of course, we have to talk about America's Next Top Model. That show. It was like watching a cultural phenomenon explode.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Whether you loved it or, loved to hate it, you couldn't escape it.
We were all rooting for you. Every meme ever. Mm-hmm. But it really did change the game for modeling competitions.
Absolutely. It brought the industry, all the glamour, all the drama into everyone's living room.
And it wasn't afraid to be messy.
For sure. But you can't deny that Tyra also used it to showcase a wider range of beauty than we were used to seeing. Were there issues? Sure. But it sparked a conversation that's still going on today.
Totally. And all this time, while she's doing all of this, she's also building her own businesses, like Tyra Banks Productions.
Her own production company, which, again, speaks to that need for control. She wasn't content with just being the talent. She wanted to create.
Right, and her own makeup line, Tyra Beauty, which it's not unusual now for, celebs to have their own brands.
But back then, it was pretty groundbreaking. And the focus on inclusivity, on catering to a wider range of skin tones and types, it wasn't just lip service, it was baked into the brand's DNA.
Which I think brings us back to that initial point that she's always been so driven, and not just for herself, but to lift others up,
Definitely. It's like she achieved the dream, but then she turned around and started pulling up a ladder for everyone else.
So if you had to sum up, what's the big takeaway from Tyra Banks' career, the thing that really makes her stand out, what would you say it is?
Wow, that's a tough one. I think for me, it's the constant evolution. She never let herself get boxed in. Model, actress, host, producer, entrepreneur. She owned every single label but refused to be defined by any one of them.
And she made it clear that that's okay, that your path to success doesn't have to fit in a predefined box.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it. Your dreams can be as multifaceted as you are.
Man, makes you wonder what she'll do next, right? I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface.
There's always more to uncover with someone like Tyra.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.